Hi guys, today we are going to talk about behavior. Behavior is how we respond to a particular situation. So, in this page, we see a lot of different examples. This first picture is of a sniffer dog that is controlled by this little guard over here, and we will find it when we are going traveling on the airports. So this sniffer dog has a lot of sensory receptors located on his nose, and he uses that information to pass on to his brain, and that brain directs him, and he can let his guard know whether or not the contents of the luggage are safe to be allowed or to not be allowed, and it needs further checking. So you will see that even when we are traveling on the airport, our behavior is relatively different than how we feel when we are in the comforts of our home. So all this adapting to the new environment is what is homeostasis, how we adapt to our environment so we can maintain that internal sense of balance. Now, when a bird is exposed to a lot of cold weather, the birds are usually going to try to survive and retain some of that heat or thermal energy. So, what does a bird do? A bird is going to fluff up its feathers so it can conserve that energy and keep that heat inside of its body. Likewise, when birds are migrating and traveling long distance, they travel in particular formation. These are a flock of birds and they travel in formations because this is the way that they can be most safe. So you will find that the birds that are on the outside are most vulnerable to predators, and they take turns to stay in that position. Most of the time they like to be on the inside where they are safe and away from harm's way. This other picture you see is of the pill bugs. If we were to lift up a rock and there is some dampness underneath, we will find a lot of pill bugs. And we tend to also call them roly polies because if you touch them, they tend to curl up and roll over because that is their way of adapting and keeping themselves safe. So if we were to lift up this rock, these pill bugs tend to scatter about everywhere and run in many different directions aimlessly. But if you were to put this rock back, they tend to stabilize, they tend to calm down, and then we don't really see them moving around that much. So this behavior change with respect to their environment is what is homeostasis. You try to maintain that harmony inside. Now, many a times in our lives, we will be exposed to a lot of stress. Say, for example, if today we find ourselves transported back in time to the ice age, surrounded by big giant animals and only rocks to hide for cover, with no technology around us, then that's a problem. We are going to be in a very stressful situation. So sometimes stress can lead to a lot of productive behavior. So if we can use that productive force and try to find ways to survive, then that way stress has actually been beneficial for us because it taught us a new skill and a more sense of belief in our own ability. So let's try to introduce two new words here. So how we respond to our environment is can, can also be called stimulus and response. So in this chapter, we are going to investigate and study about many different organisms and how they respond to the external environment or stimuli such as phototropism and fight or flight. So a stimulus is what's around us in our environment. Our stimulus can also be regarded as a before, and how we respond to it is also known as an after. Stimulus and response are of two types. They are external and they are internal. External is what happens outside of the organism's body. Internal is what happens on the inside of the organism's body. And then we are going to discuss many different examples.